Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today we are going to work on the attic of our death house. We got to get the basic floor plan in place before we can put the roofs in, because the roofs are like steeped and gabled or arched or whatever in correlation or correspondence with the underlying wall placement. So if we don't know where the walls go, we don't know where the roof goes. Let's get those walls up now. Time skip. Well, I started laying out some of the attic floor when I realized that maybe I could just eyeball the roof and it would mostly come out okay. So that's kind of what I did. We're just going to ender pearl on up to this ladder here. And then you can see that the roof here actually kind of curves in this way. Now, the way it's pictured in the book, this top area here, there's no actual way to get up here in the game. Although, I mean, you probably could, because it's Dungeons & Dragons, so you get to really make up a lot of your own rules if you want. But the top thing up here has a little balcony that I think is cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and include that in here. Oh, you know, if these can go all the way out. Oh, yeah, that would look nice. So anyway, that'll kind of cap that neatly. If we just kind of swing out this way into this cliff, which hopefully we can land. And now there's a baby zombie after us. Hold. Boom. Trying to get less panicky, and it's not working. I'm panicking. Okay. Well, that almost went well. So, here we go. We have the roof kind of coming together like that. We got that little walkway there. There's going to be another little kind of walkway on the other side that we haven't built yet. But I'm pretty happy with how that has come together. There are other details, though, inside the house that need to be addressed. Like, for example, in one of the first rooms, this foyer here. Is it in the foyer? I think it's right here. I put this armor stand, and if this is the wrong place for it, then I apologize. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put a shield with a gold windmill on a red banner on the wall here. And oh, wait, you know what? Maybe I could have just hung the banner on the wall. I was, trying to think of this elaborate way to do this, and maybe I just screwed up. Maybe I should just affix the banner to the wall. But you know what? No. It says in the book that it's a shield with the banner on it, so we're going to do that. We are going to go... Oh, I need redstone. Dang it. Okay. There's a way to do this, where we take redstone, and we make a dispenser, and then we put the dispenser, next to the armor stand, and I think that I can feed the armor stand the shield, and it'll hold it. So we are going to try that. This is not something I've ever done before, so maybe I'm being lied to. But this sounds remarkably plausible. Dang it, that's not the direction I need it to go. Okay, so shield is going to go out of my hand into the armor stand. Red shield with a golden thing here. Then we'll put this... Well... Huh. Is there a way to rotate this? That kind of works. I was hoping the shield would be held, in front of the armor stand. So, I mean, that's technically on display, but that's not exactly how you would think of it being on display. Okay, let's try this again. Can I take the shield off if I'm, open-handed? Is this going to break the shield if I break the armor stand? Okay, good. No. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the armor stand here. Then we're going to put the dispenser here. Shield inside. Then we will trigger it with the redstone torch. Now, I really feel like what I want to do is use a piston to push this into the wall. Is that going to work? I kind of think it's going to work. Let's go get the stuff we need to do that. How do we make a piston? And we're just going to face it this way. And did that work at all? I feel like that kind of pushed it. Can I do that again? Not as much as I would like, but you know what? That's... Alrighty, one last time. Armor stand here. Boom. Dispenser up next. We're just going to go ahead and place that here like we're Minecraft professionals. Excellent. We can just tap that with this, take that redstone torch, drop that shield on there. Excellent. Bye-bye dispenser. Next up, we're going to go ahead and place our piston and our lower wall piece. Drop that there. That is going to push him back a little ways, but maybe when we recess that... Nope, that's just still going to be sticking in the wall. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is not really ideal. So, what if I push on this somehow? Does it matter if I put blocks here? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and take this out entirely. This was a pleasant fiction to believe might be possible, but at a certain point, sometimes you just have to admit when you are beat. We have the red banner here that we can simply hang on the wall and say is the shield. It's not ideal, but this is exactly what I wanted this to look like pretty much. But anyway, it is good enough. So the biggest defining factor of this foyer room here is the shield / banner. And that's fine. We did good enough there. The defining factor of this main hall here is going to be the stairwell, the fireplace, and also there's a cloakroom here. So what I was thinking I would do for the cloakroom is I'd put this armor stand in like so. Then I'd make some... Oh, whoops, there's some actual leather tunic already made, right? So we just throw that leather tunic in with an ink sac real quick. And now we got a black leather tunic, and it looks like... Boom. We're just hanging up cloaks. It's cool. That's perfect. One less problem. So, what else do we need to do? So, this room is like one of the primary, like, entertaining areas for visitors. This is the Den of Wolves, and there's supposed to be 3 wolves in here. I'm wondering if I should get 3 wolves, like Minecraft wolves, and pretend they're stuffed wolves. I feel like that's going to be the most bang for my buck. I don't know how to get wolves on the server. But, you know, I'll ask around. Maybe somebody else on the server knows. See, this room's going to be the dining room. So we probably want to get the dining room table set up. Now, I'm not sure exactly how we want to do that. Maybe junglewood planks, maybe something else. But I figure we'll set up like chair, like 6 chairs on either side of the table. And, you know, maybe put some end rods in for like decorative candles, have some serving and table type things on the edges. That should be a pretty easy room to knock out. The kitchen, honestly, I feel like we've put the oven in, we got the pantry here, we've got these things, and this is the other larger pantry. It really doesn't have to be that fancy. It's just supposed to be a place where stuff gets stored, which right now we've technically done. So, for the first floor, we either know what we're going to do, which includes finding wood for the tables here, and finding wolves for the den, as well as I'm going to put in some chairs. I'm thinking that the best thing to do for the chairs would probably be to use maybe acacia stairs to make them look like stuffed red chairs, but I don't know. We've got sandstone stairs over here, so maybe that'd be okay, maybe not. Then up here we're going to have, I believe this is going to be the master bedroom. No, this is the main office. This is the study. And then over here is the great hall where they have like the piano and the harp. We'll have some more chairs along the wall so people can appreciate the music. But this is a pretty simple floor too. This is going to be the servants' quarters. We just throw 2 beds in here and we're fine. So that doesn't seem too crazy. Master bedroom will go up here. I feel like we can actually get this done in time to run this game on Saturday for the patrons. And we just need to be able to run through the rooms and have them basically look like the things that they are described to be. So this is the baby's nursery. Well, we put a crib in here. We'll put some bars up. Like, boom, baby's trapped. That's all you need. It's where babies go. Whoops. Don't knock out the walls with babies in the room. Okay. So this is looking good. Okay, attic. We still have to wall in the attic. Oh yeah, I said I was going to do that, and I never did. Okay, so I might go ahead and work on the roof some up here, and then eventually put in some of these walls. Time skip! Alright, so I've got these two parts of the roof here actually fully completed now. Some of the walls on the sides aren't exactly what you might consider finished, but you know what, from up here you can't really tell. Let's go ahead and fly around a little bit, get a sense of how this appears from other angles. Hey, flying actually worked this time. Yeah, that's actually pretty alright. This seems like a reasonable type of house. So if we like jump over here, well, you can't really see it too well from over here. Yeah, that seems okay though. That seems like a house. Could be worse, you know. So we'll go ahead and we will add in additional detail inside the house just to get everything moved along. But, you know, having a roof overhead, I feel so much closer to having this project complete. Alright, so we have descended to the basement of the house, and I'm just kind of trying to do a general damage report to figure out what I need. This is supposed to be a place for 2 coffins where they're not there yet. That's good that they're not there yet, but it doesn't look enough, I worry, like they're supposed to be there. So I'm kind of thinking maybe putting something like that and like that will convey better that there's supposed to be a coffin in each of these. I think that that's better already. So we're just going to leave those there and move on. Now, these 2 spaces, coffins are there. Boom. That's fine. That area is perfect in every way. Oh, I like that I've already started putting soul sand in. I'm probably going to want to replace a lot of the walls around these coffins with the soul sand. Now, this side, we got a coffin, but no walls with soul sand. This side, we don't even have a coffin over here. So we can do more, but let's see. I figure this area here, this is supposed to be like where the cultists hang out. We have to still dig out the rest of their living space. That's not a huge job, and they basically have a bunch of beds, so we're going to need shears, and we're going to need sheep. And then we run down here, we've got the switchback staircase already built. And this area, I need to put armor stands probably, or weird pieces of like mob heads or stuff in here. So there's still some decorating to do in this area, but that's okay. This area I'm actually pretty happy with. I mean, it'd be cool to have the soul sand all around, but even just the way it is now, where it's kind of carved into the ground. Like, yeah, this area isn't unified visually, but it feels like it was just dug out and used. And so that, to me, seems like it's pretty good. And then, kind of the same thing with these cells. You know, I could do a lot more with them, but I think I have enough to run the game at this point. No, I don't, because these cells here aren't finished. Boom. Now they're finished. Actually, just thinking about this, though, if somebody's walking down here, you want to put the bars on the side where people will see them, right? So, yeah. Those bars are easier to see over there because they're on the opposite side from the where people are approaching. And we'll want to do the same with these back bars here. Boom. Okay, great. So now we've got some work done on these cells. They're looking pretty good. Well, once again, I'm feeling like if we're approaching from this direction, it might be better to have the bars on this side. Realistically, we're going to be approaching from this side, because that's the only real entrance to this area. So, I thought about just barring these all up entirely, but they're supposed to be open cells in the description, so these are going to look great. And here we go. So, on our checklist, we need armor stands and mob heads. We need wool for beds. We need more doors in the house upstairs itself. Oh, I haven't even started digging out this area. There's actually a whole area of the crypt over here I'm going to have to dig out. Probably in our next episode, because we're just trying to get caught back up with this project. It's been so long since I worked on this last. I'm just trying to get my head around all the little pieces so that we can frantically get this done. Now, I mean, realistically, like I said, we're trying to use the house as like the graph paper to run this game. Whoops, not necessarily as a full run-in haunted house with everything in place. Everywhere there's a monster in the book, there's not going to be a monster in the house. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use banners. I'm going to be able to, like, put them down and be like, okay, so you see a monster come at you from the corner of the room here. You know, or I put another banner, and then something jumps out here. That sort of thing. Now, this room in particular in the attic is supposed to have a bunch of, like, furniture with cloth draped over it. I kind of think that if I just kind of do some stuff like this, that should sell that reasonably well. Right? Like that kind of does some of that. That's maybe not exactly how I'd want to do it, but yeah, so like, you come in here, and that is going to feel like a room. I could say there's a bunch of fabric-covered furniture, and you would get the general sense of that. I'm going to go ahead and remove one of those. Yeah, see? And then, so that room works. Once again, no door yet. This wall, definitely big improvements needed there. Going to have to go to the end. Going to have to get some end stone. There's no way around that. That's how this wall is going to go. I'm thinking for this hallway here, what I might actually do, and I really don't want to use a bunch... Whoa, is that guy close? Yeah, he's right there. I don't love the idea of using bone blocks for this in terms of, like, resource management, because I really want to use a ton of bone blocks in Ravenloft, in the castle, but realistically, I feel like for this roof here, I'm going to have the individual bedroom ceilings open up to the high peaked roof here. But I feel like in the hallway it should feel more oppressive. So I'm going to go and have like kind of low 9-foot ceilings, which, I mean, is not the lowest in the world. But this inside of this space where the roof is highest, you will not be able to see the roof. And it will definitely add to the sense of oppression in here. Just to kind of give you a sense of this. So it'll be lower in this space here. Once again, don't have all the materials I need yet. I'm just trying to do an inventory to get what I need to do done. So, on the whole though, we got the roof roughly where we want it. This wall should be easy enough to put in. I just need the blocks to do it. These bones, well, I'm going to have to get bones. That's, you know, probably, you know, doable. Just gotta keep going back to that bone spawner, spider spawner, no, pumpkin spawner. What is it with the skeleton? Skeleton spawner, yeah, that one. Gotta go back to the skeleton spawner, get me some bones. Doable. It's all doable. Every piece of this can be done. So, whoops, why have I got this ladder out? Well, probably because I might as well climb up here, and while I talk to you guys, close out the episode, I might as well come through here and just kind of work on this wall a little bit, you know? No sense in not working on this wall. I mean, anybody could do that. You came here for a Joe Hills episode. You know what Joe Hills does? He builds things on Hermitcraft, because that is, I don't know, a value add for Hermitcraft, I hope, and hopefully for you as well. So we're just going to come through, even that wall out there, on that tier. Throw this ugly, ugly, ugly wood in here. This is a haunted house, once again, so it is not intended to be beautiful in any way at this level. The lower floors are definitely supposed to look more kind of put together, but like by the time we get up here, there is no real attention to detail by the dead. They're like, we have got you in our trap already. Like, you're already trapped. Don't worry about how nice it looks, because it doesn't look nice at all. So, you know, there's that going for them. Anyway, so we're just going to jump down here, grab those blocks we dropped. Yeah, so this hallway will feel a lot better once we get the low ceiling in. I might even put this artificially lower, like super low, just to make it feel really like, tight, scary. Yeah, and then also, I think having this even one lower will make it so when you go into the bedrooms and the ceiling's like stupidly high, like this bedroom has like a crazy high ceiling. It's like a 30-foot ceiling. It's going to feel a lot creepier. Because then you're just like, what's going to get me from the ceiling? Because, like, in some ways, it's creepy having the low ceiling, but you know nothing can just jump down on you. But then when you go into this huge space, you get this agoraphobic rush of, like, anything could jump down on me. And that is terrifying in its own way. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and grab this out of here real quick. Just super low ceiling. Boom. Terrifyingly low. Unacceptable amounts of not agoraphobia, claustrophobia. Especially, too, because when you come up out of this secret passage, like this secret passage, you know, is very tight as well. So then you got this low ceiling here, and you'll have these doors, and yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. This might be too low. You know, in the book, it actually tells you how high the ceilings are on each floor. So I should probably pay attention to that. What does it actually say? Oh, the attic has 13-foot high ceilings in the book. Okay, so at least, you know, I think that's supposed to be in the rooms as well in the book, but you know what? I think I'll move up the hallway one, but I'm going to leave the ceilings in the room super high. Because once again, in the book, this is not intended to be three-dimensional in the way it is in Minecraft. If we're going to have 3D graph paper, we are going to embrace the medium. So, anyway, I'm just going to keep putting the ceiling higher and lower for hours if I don't say goodbye to y'all. So anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.